Did I do it? Did I do it right this time? Can I
Did
hear
you?
it? I think I did. I mean, I'm off.
Woo!
My camera's off angle a
But
little
wait,
bit.
I'm not
But...
Terry.
No, you're Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly as you
Don't
said you
tell
wanted to be.
Stefan.
Yeah, don't tell Stefan. He's not. Yeah, as
He's
long
not a
as he
real boy
doesn't watch,
anyways.
doesn't really matter. So it's all good. Right. Anyway, yeah, this is the Not Yet Titled Monday podcast. I mean, this is the Immaterial Gamers live cast.
This is the Everything cast.
The Everything Everywhere All at Once cast.
Yeah, we had some craziness happening yesterday, so we couldn't do our normal podcast day.
Yeah, there was a lot of craziness going on.
Life!
We all ended up with life things. Terry definitely had life things. I had what I thought was a cricked neck. Just turned out it was a cold.
It was constipation.
No, it was a cold where
Constipation.
basically, well, if we really want to like advertise it, mucus was going up my neck.
Yeah, sounds like constipation to me.
Yeah, the constipation of phlegm.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I thought as much. But anyway, you know what it has
Constipation.
done? You know what it has done? It means that, as you can see, well, it's Stefan, Terry, no, that way, and Ryan, and I'm wearing white. We'll just get straight into the
Yeah,
podcast on
it
this.
really screwed me up.
Yeah, it's unusual. I like wearing dark clothing, dark desert bus clothing generally. But I've been doing a good thing. I've been buying more. I've been buying more shirts, things that are slightly different from different places, not just sitting there cycling the same yearly desert bus t-shirts. But I see that Terry's become king. By the way, I've just noticed.
What?
You were king of the Canadians with your
Oh, my blankie.
your blankie. Just looks like a cape. But for
Looks like
me,
what they would wear, yeah, over their shoulders, the way it is too.
uh, yeah, for me, I had to wear something. It was the story on this is that I was stupid enough to not buy it during the wrestling show. I never actually discussed. Well, I showed the signs that I took to the Sov Pro Wrestling show that we went to in February, but never actually discussed what happened at the show. Well, a lot of wrestling, a lot of good wrestling, a lot of
I'd hope
chairs
so.
flying, everywhere. A lot of me taking signs out. One particular time, a sign was actually taken from my hands and paraded around in the middle of the ring, which was fun. It was the one of the 10 signs that got picked up and noticed. What? Oh, here we go. Do you want to answer the question, Terry?
Because you're not here, Stefan, so we've replaced you with a new Stefan.
Yeah. This is my new Stefan friend. I've got him really.
Oh, thank you, Twitch, for making me notice something.
Ah, okay. Then maybe that's a fair trade. Maybe that is a fair trade. Maybe he is now the new Terry. Twitch made you notice something. Ah, I see.
Yeah, I was on. All of a sudden, got an ad. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Why are the alerts not on?
What's
Oh,
that?
that's a shame. I've always been going through the podcast and the alerts aren't on. Whoops.
Huh.
Oh well, but the activity feed is there. Oh well, there's this Dark X Anger guy who's subscribed with Prime for 18 months.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but
I mean, I just think he's great. He's great, and he's certainly someone you don't fuck.
what?
Unlike
Why are you fucking me?
unlike the T-shirt, I didn't get a chance to explain. I have to lift it because the camera's silly, but dun 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 dun. That was one of the features of the wrestling show. Was one of the wrestlers that come out was a guy called Thatcher Wright. He's a Scottish guy. He claims he's a conservative politician, aka a Tory, as they are over here. Thinks he was the God-given disciple of Margaret Thatcher.
I don't know who any of these people are.
British politics. Read up, you'll be disgusted. He was interrupted by a group called the Banter Bus, which consists of the Mancunian stallion Tom Farrell. Farewell. Get it right, Ryan.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Uncle Ryan and Danny Proper, of which Danny Proper is a shirt, does the wrestling and does shirt designs, at which point he came out with a shirt that just said, "Fuck the Tories," and led to the crowd chant of, "Dud, dud, 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 fuck the Tories, dun, 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 dun." I'd say we'd get demonetized on YouTube, but let's be honest, we're not making money off YouTube, so... Come on.
Your camera does not. Oh, there,
Oh, the camera
there
hates
it
me. The camera
goes.
hates me. It's fine.
It doesn't like your face.
No, I can understand. But yeah, I could have got it at the show, but I didn't think about it. I went and me and Martin took our seats. We didn't go to the merch stand, which was a mistake on our part. Because these shirts sold out and sold out quick. However, as Martin said, it may actually have something to do with the current political climate, and let's be honest, can understand it. Yeah, this is the Immaterial Politics cast. Sorry, Terry, I forgot that we were. I got you into a video
The
game
immaterial
podcast.
British politics.
Yeah, the Immaterial British Politics podcast. But anyway, they sold out, but he said he was going to do another print run, and I was like, well, there's my opportunity. I then proceeded to win 150 quid on a slot machine, so I'm more than happy to spend money on the shirt. And the shirt arrived, and that wasn't a surprise. The delivery option was when it's done, and I got an email that said it was on its way on Saturday. So it arrived on Monday, today.
That's
And the
pretty quick.
parcel was on my chair. Well, no, remember I went to the show at the beginning of February. But the delivery option said when it's done, which I understood and it was fine. Oh,
yeah,
but
but
you
it
mean
coming out like saying it's ready to go Saturday and then it's there
and
Monday.
then
That's pretty
there
quick.
Monday? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, definitely. But that wasn't the surprise. The shirt wasn't the surprise. The surprise was the fact that I paid for a shirt and I got a bag of Skittles with
What?
them as well. He knows his audience at that point. No, he's putting bags of sweets with the shirts. So I've been waiting all night for these, so I'm popping these bad boys open. There we go, Skittles Chewies. Would you like one? I don't know how. Hold on. There you go.
Oh, I reached the wrong way.
There you go. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Well, anyway. You know what? I've never known. So these are the Chewies variety. You've got Skittles over there, right?
I have Skittles on my desk.
Yeah. So you know them. You know the sweets with the hard shell, and then you bite into them. Ryan's showing how it's a pill popper. Is that what you feel that they've come in? Well, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, Danny Proper, for the good shirt design which I bought, and the unexpected skills. And he's on Twitter, provided Twitter still works. Jesus, I had to hold out with
Right, what's happening to Twitter?
Oh, Twitter decided well, the 69th Musketeer basically did greenlit an update or greenlit an update for Twitter that broke the media function. Do you know how you can put in tweets? Well, it broke links. So any tweet that contained a link in it was broken. The problem is media, videos and pictures, while they show up on Twitter as videos and images, they are just a link. So if links are broken, videos and pictures were broken. So no one could post anything. So it was just a timeline of grey squares
It's broken.
and videos that said cannot be watched in your location. So I took the mick. I posted a picture of a grey square. Who would know? So
I would know.
yeah. So tell you what have you
'Cause
been
you told
playing?
me. I've been playing spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, if you could see my screen, you would understand.
Oh, I saw your
So
screen
yeah.
when you showed your
So
connections when I came back this afternoon.
so I am playing a game that I've been interested in for a while. I never
Hmm.
thought I'd get, but I decided to get it finally.
Yep.
It's called Scrap Mechanic.
Scrap mechanic.
Yeah, and it's a sort of crafty, sort of buildy, you can do survival in it. Um, but it has logic stuff in it,
Hmm.
and I like logic. So in this game, instead of like Minecraft, where you have to have like the only logic you can have in Minecraft is redstone of sorts. In this, you have blocks that can do six logistics functions.
Hmm.
And it breaks down to very basic um, and or what are they? And or X or NAND, NOR, and XNOR.
Okay. So
And
you,
basically
your
they
basic logic gates.
yes. Um, and with these six basic logic gates, you can basically do you can basically make a computer. That's
Hmm.
how a computer works.
Yeah.
Um, broken down to its basics, a computer is basically a bunch of ands and nors.
Hmm.
Basically, if this one does this, then we do this.
Yeah.
And if it isn't this, we do this, and so on and so forth. But all of these gates are basically very basic logics functions. So I've taken on the task of building a display, a seven segment display, like your average digital clock.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be as complicated as it is.
Well, to be fair, you did ask me how many minutes there are in a day.
Yeah, I I decided to make one binary counter to display the whole thing
Hmm.
instead of breaking it into each segment, or not each segment, each number.
Each instance.
Yeah, like I could have saved a lot of, well, some fuckery if I made each number be able to control itself.
Hmm.
But I figured there's a lot more that can go wrong if one segment then controls the next segment. If something goes wrong with one of the segments, every segment after it will have a problem.
Hmm.
Whereas if I make it one big counter that can count all of the minutes, if somehow one of them screws up, it shouldn't affect the other ones. They should continue counting
Yeah.
as long as the actual counter doesn't screw up. So I have now gone from a 6-bit system, which I didn't even need 6 bits, I only needed 5 bits.
Okay.
Um, but I went from a 6-bit counter to a 12-bit counter,
Oh.
which now means technically my clock can count up to 2056,
Mm.
all the way from zero all the way up to 2056.
Nice.
And it's working. That part works. No problems. It'll count all the way through. Um,
Oh.
all I'll have to do now is set up a reset so that when it gets to the, what is it, 1440 for how
Yeah.
many minutes are in an hour, or for how many
In a day.
minutes are in a day. Once it counts to 1440, then it'll have to reset itself
Hmm.
Um, I'm probably gonna have it running seconds and not minutes because I don't want to stand there for 24 hours to see if it
To see
counts
if
all the
it works.
numbers. It's already going to take a long time with just every second going up.
Oh, there we go. Making a digital clock 24 hours, one idiot.
Yeah, there we go. There's a stream. Can we watch the whole thing? Or can we play a game while this whole. Oh, that's what it could do. I could just record it and you can put it into a video. You can use it as a counter in a video.
Scrap mechanic timer.
Yeah.
My God, trying to upload that onto YouTube. I mean, to be fair, I need to speak to Duncan about just like some, or to give him some stuff for his thing. Um, I'll just put it up here for 120 for 180 emblems in Sonic Adventure 2, 12 hours, one idiot, which is happening this Sunday,
This
the
Sunday, which is going to move the
12th.
podcast to the Monday again.
Either to the Monday or the Saturday, one or the other. I haven't
I didn't even
decided
think of
yet.
the Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Awesome.
we could just get it done early on the Saturday and maybe make it a game based podcast.
We haven't done one of those in a while.
Hmm. Speaking of, you've got a tiny little quiz that I'm going to give to you later.
Uh-oh.
I may have posted it on the Twitter along the lines of Terry is going to be doing a little quiz. He doesn't know it yet.
I should probably start paying attention to
It's all right.
Twitter.
Don't worry. It's just a guess the year quiz. Don't
Guess the
worry.
year
Just one.
quiz.
It's just 1 year, one question split into three parts, and we'll see if we can get the year.
Well, hopefully it's something that I know.
Yeah,
Because I
fair
want to
enough.
look smart.
Hey, we'll find out. We'll find out. The other thing is, I'm looking at bringing the oddest back.
Oh my god, my counter is about to count to the top number.
The top number. Oh, I'm having cranberry juice, by the way. Oh God, I got to make sure I don't spill this on the shirt.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Happy New
Reset. Oh no.
Year!
Reset.
Oh,
Not
oh, sorry. Thought it was
Happy New Year.
2024 already.
I kind of wish.
So you're enjoying Scrap Mechanic then?
Yeah, me and
And
Steph
it's
have been playing it too and making some weird vehicles and
mhm.
doing all kinds of weird things. So
So your
yeah,
little
I enjoy it.
weird besiege style vehicles. So he was like just
Yeah.
two wheels and a seat.
Well, no, four wheels usually,
Fair enough.
but they're not standard wheels. They're
Hmm.
wheels built out of suspension pieces, and so they have a lot of movement in them, which makes them good for climbing up terrain and stuff like that, or climbing over each other, which is
Yeah,
what we seem to do more of.
fair enough.
But yeah,
Cool.
it's
Now,
a
did like
very
the reason you called it spaghetti, by the way, just to confirm on that, is that I came in and watched the stream, or watched your Discord stream, and you were
yeah,
shaking, and I saw cubes, and I was like cubes, and then I turned away for a second to come back, and I just saw blue connection points and lines everywhere. From what Steph told
yeah,
me, you were in connection mode, but it just looked like blue spaghetti to me.
yeah. It that's basically what this whole thing looks like because each of those blocks may connect to multiple other blocks,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, just the decoder alone is gonna hit so much more complicated. I'm gonna cry because now. Oh, you posted this Steam store scrap mechanic.
I did.
Um, Now instead of each of the decoders only having to check the status of 6 bits, they're gonna have to check the status of all 12 bits to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that it's in the correct position for what it wants. Basically, they check this like the 0 or the 1 of each of the bits, and if it's the exact what they need, that one will then change the display.
Yeah.
But now like I said, now I have 12 bits instead of 6, so now it has to check twice the amount. I've probably broken it. I'm probably gonna regret it. But that's the fun of logic. You have to make it work and find
In
new ways.
yeah, indeed. Something that my head can't get around a lot.
Eh,
But it means I get
I
to
can.
watch.
Yeah, it makes me want to cry sometimes. Like I only just got parts of it working, and then I added more parts to it, which is probably gonna break the part that I got working. So it's just like start over.
Uh,
I
so
break
um,
everything
so how
apparently.
do you respond to accusations that you break everything?
I do break everything.
All right,
That's how I play games. I like to. Is this really a limit, or can I find a way around it? That's just sort of how I am.
we go.
So, are we doing that quiz? Are we doing some news? Or are we doing a little bit of both?
I've got to talk about what I played first.
No, you don't play
Yeah.
things.
So very quickly, me and Steph have played the Wayfinder beta. Right, now it's time to move on because of NDA. I can't discuss anything. We can't discuss anything that we've seen in the game. So,
Really, you can't.
correct?
You've signed an NDA for it.
It gives by accepting the access and the invitation to the Wayfinder beta, you are under NDA. A fact that
That
it reminds you at every opportunity in giant red letters.
you cannot disclose.
Mm-hmm. Played it.
You shall not disclose.
When Gandalf's there on the loading screen. You shall not disclose.
That would be pretty funny, actually.
That would depend on the game Terry's playing because I break it otherwise.
Well,
NDA
yeah,
or the
no,
mechanics?
me and Stefan break things in every game we play.
Ah, right, okay. Fair enough. So, other games that I've been playing, you've watched me because it's been 2 weeks since I've did the podcast. Stupid cough. Um, Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. It's Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. Um, I've
Is there
been
a
playing.
Zodiac in it?
There is actually a Zodiac in it.
Oh my god, I'm so smart.
Wow. Um, I've also currently been playing a game called Soul Hackers 2. It's the sequel to the game Soul Hackers. It's part of the ever increasing spin offs of the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. Those RPGs, of which Persona is one of them.
Shinigami Tensei.
Yeah, exactly. Shin Segumi. Now, but the one that I do want to talk about at the moment is Like a Dragon Ishin, a game that I've been playing on Role Playing Not in the Games over the past couple of weekends, and will be looking to do more of. Does mean I will be doing a truncated Sunday stream of Like a Dragon because of you
Like a
Canadians and your
dragon.
springing forward 2 weeks before everyone else in the world.
Yeah,
Your time
we
zones,
like to do that.
which means you're now under the time zone of EDST, or you will be come Sunday.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not yet. It's this weekend, I think.
Yeah. So for the next couple of weeks, anyone who's watching, it'll be GMT or GMT -4, as opposed to the usual GMT -5.
Yeah, it gets kind of confusing the 2 times of the year that we switch.
Yeah. Well, we're throwing that up there now. So, Like a Dragon Ishin, formerly known as Yakuza Ishin. Well, actually, this one was never Yakuza Ishin because it never came out in the West. Oh,
But
yes.
we're in the east.
This game contains content you've asked not to see.
What?
Nudity/sexual content. I was done with Steam recommended me like trash pile anime games that were just an excuse for porn.
You love it.
But I mean, like
You
Dragon
want
Ishin
it.
does literally have a fight where does have a fight between your hero character and another character in a bathhouse in the buff, masked
Just
only by the steam of the bathhouse. Um, but yeah, Ishin is part of the Yakuza/Like a Dragon role playing games by Sega.
Sega.
Oh, I miss that. Honestly, I think I may need to change my alarm or my alarm ringtone
To that,
to that.
that would be pretty cool.
I mean, if it just keeps looping Sega, Sega, and increasingly louder tones as well. So Sega, and then it'd be like the old American advert, Sega. Just Jesus. But yeah. So the Like a Dragon games generally started off as RPGs that were like action brawlers initially.
What is it,
You'd
Sega?
have an overworld, and then your random fights, you would come up against a bunch of mooks, and you would, just kick the crap out of them, brawler style. Button like hack and slash style, but with your
Yeah.
fists. And then recently, with the seventh main iteration of the game, it's become a turn-based RPG instead, which still kind of works. The idea behind it is the main character was addicted to Dragon Quest, so therefore he sees all his fights as turn-based Dragon Quest style battles.
Yeah.
Um, and since he's now the main character going forward for that series. They're turn-based RPGs, but Ishin is a historical Like a Dragon game set in feudal Japan. I can words good.
Are you sure? Because I'm not understanding you.
Yeah, okay. Right, so where did you lose? Where did I lose you? The brawl a bit?
I lost you when you said Sega.
You lost me. Wow. Fighty games where you get experience and money and you've got like giant overworlds. They're known.
I'm with you. There you go.
The series of games are known for having small open worlds, like very small open worlds. So, like the main series of games took place in a town called Kamurocho, and your game would basically be in that. But what it lacks for in size, it makes up for in a lot of fucking things to do. There's tons of restaurants that you can eat food in, and mini games, places to go. So rather than what most open world games these days do and say, we've got 600 square kilometers of verdant wasteland for you to wander around and do nothing in, the Like a Dragon games have about 2 square meters of land where they put everything in.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
2 square meters is not very
well,
big.
I'm being hyperbolic. There's a bit of hyperbole there.
You're a hyperbolic.
I am not a hyperbolic. I am a hyperbolic.
That's bollocks.
Yeah.
Ah.
So anyway, yeah, Ishin's set in like sort of like the end of feudal Japan. So it's like a couple of 100 years after the Warring States period. Steph's favourite period of Japanese history. Where do you think he gets his username from? Masamune, as in Masamune Date, one of the bigger names
Crazy
in
motherfuckers.
that history. Now, so this is at a time where they're known as the Black Ships. That's basically where America decided to be America and come over to Japan and basically say, look at you and your closed society, open the fuck up. So they did, and the Dutch are also around as well. But
But are they the Dutch again?
Mhm.
The Dutch
They absolutely are the Dutch again. But yeah, you play as what's the name of the character? Ryoma. Sakamoto Ryoma, also known as Kazuma Kiryu, because what they've done with this game is they took all the the faces and voice actors and actual actors, the actors of the Yakuza games, and put them in Ishin as like self-inserted things, rather than making them historically accurate. But anyway, basic same as all the other Like a Dragon games. You go through a story with lots of political intrigue and mystery and craziness, and you go around slicing fools up.
As you do.
As you do. Normally in a Yakuza game, you'd punch people, or you'd pick up benches and slap them round the face with the bench, and the combat's quite visceral. You feel like when you hit someone with the bench, it will slow-mo shot them being hit with the bench, so you can just see their face just go. as they've been hit and their teeth get knocked out. And then even though you've shot them, stabbed them, bludgeoned them to death, curb stomped them, once the fight ends, they're there on the floor going, "Ow, my head! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please have this money and these items that I
Please,
dropped."
please take my money.
Because no one dies in a Like a Dragon game unless they are meant to in story. But I do like the fighting styles in it. You've got Brawler, use your fists. You have Gunman, you shoot with a revolver, because I don't know
With
if
a
that
pew pew
was
gun.
accurate in Japan at the time, but you've got it. You've got Swordsman, which you use a sword, and then you have
I would have
Wild.
never guessed that one.
I know, right? And then you have Wild Gunner, sword in one hand, gun in the other, and is, in my opinion, the best style. There's all this other stuff, Brawler, getting up and close and dealing little damage, but you can block and parry and do all that stuff. Or you can be a guy with a sword and a gun and just, yeah, you can't block because, you've got a sword in one hand and a gun in the other, but you can just pirouette round people and dodge all the time and be dead fluid, and you just slice fools up and then shoot other fools. And that's great.
So is Hogwarts Legacy.
No. No, because as far as I'm concerned on this, it's historically accurate and isn't, hasn't been written by a transphobe, but
But maybe Hogwarts Legacy's historically accurate. I don't think he took me very seriously.
your podcast hasn't broken, people. That is just awkward silence.
I don't think he believes me that it could be accurate.
I damn right didn't. I damn right don't believe you.
Why not?
Like I say, I think I've made my personal opinions of it quite clear. Fuck that game. That's my personal opinion. Everyone else, you do you. But
You're not very nice, Ryan.
I know I'm not very nice. I'm an evil fuckwit who destroys everyone he gets in contact with.
That's not very nice.
Right, should we talk about news then?
It's all about the news, baby.
Yeah, so let's do some follow-ups. We've got a couple of follow-up bits of news.
Do we?
Yeah. So you remember a couple of weeks back we talked about like a city
Is
builder
this the one that
game.
yeah, the one that we wanted to bring back up.
Yeah, it's definitely the one we want to bring back up because this was the city builder game that was set in Soviet Russia. Soviet Russia
In Soviet Russia,
in the the
Game Chooser
USSR.
picks you.
City builds you, not yeah, so there was a game called Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and when we last looked at this, was taken down off Steam because a fan of the game who got very very pissy that the game developers weren't bowing down to their whims, and they promised him they would credit him in the game, but then he went off on an impatient rant. Turns out in the behind the scenes that the game developers were defending YouTubers who were talking about his mode without this fan's permission in his head. Basically, it turns out that he tried to get on the idea that he was a lawyer to force effectively the game and the devs out of business. But he'd be what would be more known as a vexatious litigant. Just a guy who just vexatious litigant, according to the comments of the Kotaku article. It just make claims and just hope that just like I'm a liar, and then people would just go, "Oh shit, he's a liar! Stop."
Oh shit!
Yeah, it turns out the devs didn't care. They fought back in that case, and as of March the 4th, the game is now back on Steam. So
But is it? Is it really?
it is actually, because look, here's the
The
Steam
Steam
store
link.
page. So yeah, so good for them. They're back. Oh, that's not the Steam store page. That's That's an event. There we go. Hold on. Find the store page. There it is. Got it. There you go. There's the app. So
Yay!
according to the
Ow.
Kotaku article, if you're down for that sort of thing, of going to build a city in the grand old age of communism, um, no, you're not a lawyer, Steph. No,
Steph's our lawyer. The
it,
only one we can afford.
God help us all. Uh, you see, people think, oh, that's offensive, but no, I'm sure Steph would agree with me. Playing Ace Attorney does not make you a lawyer, right? You can't just
Ace Ventura, Pet
you
Detective.
can't just go, rah, objection, and then things work. Jesus, the depth of that camera, I like it. Yeah. So
You're a depth camera.
sure. You got anything to say there, Terry? Are you happy that
What?
Are you happy that you might be able to play a Soviet
I
communism
think the
city
stream
building
is
game?
frozen. Or my computer is frozen.
I think your computer. I'm taking you for all the money you have. Your 1p will be mine.
Oh! Everything just caught up all of a sudden. Wait, sort of.
Yeah, that's your
I'm.
PC, pal.
Yeah, because my Discord's doing it, my Twitch is doing it. Everything is doing it, except for my
uh,
game that I'm playing is working just fine.
that might explain it. Resource allocation and all that.
But
So
you
we
can
got.
hear me, right?
I can hear you.
So that's all that matters to me.
Fair enough. So anyway, yeah, you happy to play your Soviet city builder game?
But in Soviet Russia, City Builder builds you.
I, Yuji Naka.
What?
We talked about this story a couple of weeks back as well. One of the creators of Sonic the Hedgehog, Yuji Naka, getting arrested a couple of weeks back for insider trading accounts.
Trading?
Trading. Insider trading. I can speak words efficiently and effectively, and most importantly, correctly. So
That's not true.
yeah, so a few weeks back he was arrested. Jesus, last year, regarding basically putting stocks into mobile game companies, um, just as their games were being announced.
Stonks.
Stonks. So that is the very definition of insider trading. Because how would he have known to put stocks in the mobile game company that's bringing out Dragon Quest Mobile? And then suddenly making tons of money off it. So according to this other Kotaku article, Mr. Naka has pled guilty, or looks to be pleading guilty, of charges of insider trading.
That's not a good charge, man.
No, it is not. I'd like to actually see what would the like the I'd like to know what the charges are for insider trading. But yeah, Naka at the time had purchased 10,000 shares, equivalent to about 20,000 US dollars, 2.8 million yen, um, in the company Aiming, who were making Dragon Quest Tact. And then my God, why did he think that was going to work? Like, where do you get the idea of thinking that, what? I know some information. I know one of these companies, um, you know, are going to build this game, and if I get in early and buy a bunch of shares, I'll be rich. But you're going in there with stuff that you know people don't know about. There's a slight difference. Oh, Naka, your actions are no good. Funny that's actually Sonic related. No good. Yeah, super spin your way out of that one. And then speaking of Square Enix, because Yuji Naka also was working on Balan Wonderworld, the highly derided game by Square Enix, that reportedly caused Square Enix to sue him.
Sue you!
Sue you! Excuse me, princess. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of Square Enix, their current CEO might be looking to be replaced, according to Eurogamer here. This is Yosuke
Replaced.
Matsuda, who this time last year wrote a letter to the community, basically telling people that yeah, they're going to be going all in on the NFT craze, and
Oh God.
what was it? Play to earn was the title he was trying to go for stuff. Getting people to pay for their games and NFTs and to have value and stuff like that. And if you're not wanting to take part in this, then you're not a true gamer. You're not looking to push the industry forward.
I'll
Oh,
push your industry forward.
so Martin has just looked for something for me regarding Naka and the thing. So it would be considered, according to the FCA, it would be considered a type of fraud. And so what we're looking at in terms of that'd be along the lines of like wire fraud, right? Just fraud. We'll find out like when the insider trading, Japan's sentence. You know what? But yeah, it looks like Square Enix are deciding they're looking to keep the whole idea of NFTs going, but the idea of NFTs without the issue and the elephant in the room, or the Yosuke Matsuda shaped elephant in the room of him being the frontman for Square Enix. Maybe because, in my personal opinion, doubling down on NFTs when quite clearly it's not going to work probably doesn't help.
Usually not.
Uh, so look, I can spell Japan correctly. So
It's
oh,
JYPON.
Jaipon.
Yep.
So according to this, financial crime in Japan, a person who commits insider trading can be punished for imprisonment for up to 5 years.
That's kind of mean.
That's the general development cycle of a Sonic game. I've got to stop. I've got to stop. Got to stop. Right. Yeah. I think we've held Terry on tenterhooks for long enough now. It is
Oh
time to
God.
play. It is time to
Here
play.
goes how
Guess the.
fail I am.
It is time to play Guess the Year in video games. Da 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 da.
1700.
Da 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 da. No, no. So Terry, it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do with this, I have a wiki page for a year in video games. I'm going to mention a couple of big bits of news and top games of the period and stuff that's important that could have happened in that year. And all you have to do is by the end of it, tell me the year. If you get the year right, congratulations. You win nothing.
I don't get a donut.
You might get a donut.
I want a donut.
Steph's just like
I want
randomly
you to
guessing years.
I
So
want you to bring me a donut.
so what would you like first, Terry? Would you like the top games sold worldwide in that particular year?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with
Okay.
that.
So in this year in question, oh yeah, no googling, no cheating, no cheatabix.
I
Uh,
am not gonna cheat
okay. So
as
the
I
top,
open up Google.
so the top, so the top selling video game of this year was Gran Turismo 4 for the PlayStation 2, selling over 1 million units in Japan, 1.5 million units in the United States, for a total of 5 million units worldwide.
And I believe I owned it myself.
Okay. Do you have an inkling
Uh,
yet?
I'm going to say 2002.
Okay, so you got 2002 for now. So
Sure.
let's think. So other games that came out in this year. So we'll look at. So that was the top game sold, but other games that came out notable in that year. just looking at critically acclaimed titles here, was Resident Evil 4.
Was it Resident Evil 4?
It was.
So I am thinking
We've got
it might have been that.
Half Life 2 came out in this year. Guitar Hero, the very first Guitar Hero, also came out in this year.
Ooh. Maybe it's a little later than that. I know. I feel like I was. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my gut. 2002 ish.
Okay. Give you one last bit here. This will be an important bit of news.
If you
Uh,
say anything about the Twin Towers, then I know I was close.
no, 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 no. I'm going to give you an important bit of news, or like a big bit of news regarding something that happened in this year. So in July 20th of this year, after coming under, and this is according to the wiki article, after coming under heavy fire from many politicians, most notably Hillary Clinton, the ESRB re-rated Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto San Andreas an adults only rating due to the hot coffee mod. Rockstar ceased production of the game at that point and announced plans to offer a new version of the game that could not be affected by the mod and a patch for the PC version to get rid of it.
Huh. San Andreas, I feel like, was much later than 2002. I'm sticking with my gut. Whatever.
You're sticking
It's
with
either
your
wrong.
gut.
Yeah, 2001 or 2002, actually.
Okay. And I see that Steph has wrote, and his last one's here. Would he want to go 2003 or 2004? Just so we can throw it in here. He goes 4. Okay. Regardless of that, Steph was closer. So the year was 2005.
Oh,
So what was like other stuff? Because there was like other bits of news that come up, but that was the big one. Was the whole hot coffee
your hot
debacle?
coffee.
Um, but yeah, there was like stuff here. See, a lot of business ones, according to the wiki page, was just like X publisher was bought by other publisher. You know, publisher this, publisher that, and then it comes to July, and it was just like, yeah, hot coffee. Oh, also 7 days later, Sony released the first major update for the PSP.
I had one of those.
I had a PSP. I had a Vita.
You're a Vita.
Faces of Vita.
That's not very nice. What did
So
my face
anyway,
ever do to you?
um, guessed 2002.
That wasn't my face. That was my brain.
What? What? What was that? The hot cough from the hot coffee from Nerds. MRDS. No, it was San Andreas. GTA San Andreas. Mac. McDonald's. No. Oh, caution, hot coffee. Imagine though if you walked in and said, "Ah, yeah, can I get a Happy Meal, please?" And you get the mod for GTA San Andreas. McCafe San Andreas mods. All right. Anyway, I've got to leave it to that. But anyway, that was the game of what year in video games
Just that
history was this?
year.
So yeah, what we might do those a bit more often just to cool down and do stuff. And like I say, I'm looking at bringing back the oddest in a sort of improv game style way in the future. Yes, that's all I prepared for, Steph. Generally, I prepared for one, thinking we were going to get more people. Terry, what are you doing?
I
Were
got
you trying
attacked
to?
by Thing.
Oh, were you trying to? Oh, right, okay, fair
Thing
enough.
got me.
The thing up in. Yeah, it is possible for Wednesday Adams to be technically allergic to colour.
Where did that even come from?
Bloody theory videos, you know, the game theory channel, and then the subset of channels, Film Theory, Food Theory, and then the new channel, Style Theory, had a look at whether Wednesday Addams in the TV series or the Netflix series Wednesday could actually be allergic to colour, as she sarcastically suggests in one scene of the show. I'm allergic to colour. Yeah.
I'm allergic to your face.
What happens? Oh, I come out in hives and the skin peels from my bones.
I break out in colors.
Yeah.
And then I'm allergic to myself and die.
Yeah. Right. I think we're going to wrap up the podcast with the schedule because that's how we do things. So we're on Monday at the moment. So the not yet titled Monday stream is, well, supposed to be here now. So it's going to be the not yet titled Tuesday stream instead. There is not a dual play this Wednesday, but there may be a pickup stream. Keep an eye out on the Twitter. Thursday, Teamfight Thursdays. Probably going to go back onto Teamfight Tactics. I think we're coming up to the sunset of set 8, so we're like getting towards 8.5. So there's only a couple of times to mess around with it before we have to learn again. Friday play session. We're looking at having a different game for play session because we're going to look at doing the finale of Harvester as a pickup stream later down the line. Saturday and Sunday mornings are going to be role-playing Nottingham games. I'm going to play some more Like a Dragon Ishin. Big full 3-hour stream on the Saturday.
Like a dragon.
Most likely a 2-hour stream on the Sunday to make sure there's enough time for Duncan to get set up to do 12 hours One Idiot on the Sunday. Definitely join there and keep him company. I will try and get him to get into the live stream channel on our Discord so we can speak to him. like we did with Sonic Adventure 1, 12 hours One Idiot. Because we need to keep him company, because it's going to be lonely. Believe me, I know.
You love being alone.
Sometimes. No, if I choose to be alone, yeah, sometimes I just want to be alone. If I think, oh yeah, people can all join me, and then I end up being alone, I become sad.
I was talking to you.
You
through
were.
Chat.
You were talking to me through chat, and we'll have to see
I did
how.
spend a little bit of time on the channel.
You did.
But
You did near the end, sort of the running to the
yeah,
end.
well, I was playing other games, and I didn't want to. I get occupied by my own games, and then start talking about it, and it's not good stream quality.
No, I know what you mean. But anything that keeps him company and some just to be chatty and stuff like that, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna try to confuse him. I'm gonna talk to him about random stuff and see if I can just throw him off his game.
See, Duncan, that's what you prepared for, mate. Hope you prepared for it. Right. Yeah, if you enjoyed the podcast, please give us a like, share, and subscribe if you're listening to this on the YouTube, or if you're listening to it on wherever your podcasts are served. Do all that. Big thumbs up, give thumbs up, likes, and all that. Check us out on the Twitch as well if you're watching it live now. Give us a follow. More follows mean more chances to be seen, which means potentially more money coming in to afford us the ability to do more 12 hours X Idiot streams. Like I say, we've got an idea for American Truck Simulator, we just need the resources and infrastructure to do it. And other 12 hours X Idiot streams could happen from there. So take that into account. So, before another ad starts playing, we're going to get off. So from
You're
myself,
an advertisement.
And your ads run in a minute from now. Oh,
Bye, everybody. We love you.
Love you. Bye bye. It was an Animaniacs thing, wasn't it? I don't know.
Okay,
Anyway,
I love you. Bye bye.
okay, I love you. Bye bye. Fuck the Tories.
It really.
Oh God, we better go. Bye.
Yeah.
No, that's the power down button. Not that. No. Outro.